Alrighty guys, welcome to a little video I decided to do on the crew, and in this video I'm going to be doing a little analysis on what the people of Ubisoft said on the crew's Facebook page, and that is the Roof Rt-35 coming into the game. Now, we actually knew about this before. They actually had a little licensing thing on their website for the game about the Roof Rt-35 and a bunch of other cars as well, but let's focus on the Roof Rt-35 in this video. So, like I said on Facebook, I went on their Facebook app thing and it said Roof will be expanding with the upcoming Roof Rt-35. Let's have a look at the making of it. And so they had the video of YouTube, but the video was actually made so that, I don't know, it's only made so that people that with the link, that people that have the link are able to see it. So yeah, so let's continue on. And here, the first image that we see is a picture of the Roof Rt-35 in performance spec. Now, this car looks pretty amazing. Now, I'm just going to say that this is a trailer analysis, but it's not actually containing the video in here at all. As you can see, I actually took screenshots from the video to show you this car and stuff like that, and analysis, and I'm going to be doing a little analysis, I guess you could say. So, anyway, they said that they put a lot of detail into this car in the trailer. They first introduced this car and talked about Roof and stuff like that. They said they put a ton of detail into this car. And I do have to say they did a really good job with the details. You'll see the headlights, the front headlights, having a lot of depth in the bezels and stuff like that. The lower lights up above the front intakes are really, really nicely detailed. The grills look pretty darn deep. And it looks pretty realistic overall. Now, in this next picture, you will see that the body, you will see that the body is completely stripped off the chassis, and you're able to see all the chassis stuff working. And of course, this is a rear-wheel drive car as well, which means power sliding for drifting for days, yo. And what I really like about this car in particular is that they actually got the flat 6 engine perfect. Now, in this picture, you can't really see it, but in the next picture, you can see that it actually is a flat 6 engine. And the problem I had with that was the other Roof, the 3400K, did not have a flat 6 engine in it. It had a V6 engine in it. Well, the dirt spec version had a V6 engine into it. But this one has a flat 6 engine, and they did a pretty darn good job modeling that. And so here in this next picture, you see the Roof Rt-35 in the wild. I don't know exactly where this is, but I think it's somewhere, I don't know, somewhere in California, I believe. But anyway, yeah, the roof actually looks pretty darn nice. Now, you might say that the Roof Rt-35 does not have the Rt-35 sticker on the back, but I actually looked at some pictures on the internet of the Roof Rt-35 in real life, and most of the Roof Rt-35 pictures I saw did not have the Roof Rt-35 logo on them, so that's pretty realistic. And in this next picture, we see it driving with its headlights on across the San Francisco Bridge. And what I love most about this car is the amount of detail they put for the taillights. I mean, all the portions of the light illuminate that. You can't really see it very well here, but in the next picture that you'll see here, you can see that they actually focused a lot on the details of the lights. And that's kudos to them. They did a really good job with that. It looks so realistic. Unlike the people of EA with Need for Speed World. Huh, I thought you guys were Porsche lovers. EA, no, just kidding. But anyway, yeah, Ubisoft did a great job. Ubisoft did a great job. Hats off to them. And so now we're taking a look at a model rendering of the perf spec version. And by the way, keep in mind this is not what the final product of this car is going to look like. So if you see some kind of mistakes with this car or whatever, they probably already fixed it. And this car's not out yet, by the way. They said it was going to be coming out soon, but soon might mean like in a couple of months or whatever. So yeah. There's actually two pictures that you see of the perf spec version. You'll see this picture with this type of hood, and the other type of hood that you see right here with a mouse on there. I don't think that's my mouse. I think that was from the video. But yeah, looks pretty darn good. I like this car in perf spec. And of course, now you see the back of it. Now there's actually two bumper choices that you'll see here. This one and this one. And of course, it's got the same wing, which is very similar to that of the GT3 RS. Looks pretty nice, but I think it looks better without the wing, because, yeah, it's the little ducktail spoiler makes it look more like a classic Porsche 911. And now we see a couple of model renderings of the bumpers, the rear bumpers, and they look pretty good as well, I do have to say. The rear wings, you see, there's going to be actually 3 different styles of wings on this car. I'm not gonna go into depth about what they are. There's also gonna be about, I'm gonna say, 3 to 4 different types of bumpers for this car. And of course, here's the renderings of the front bumper. One of them actually looks like the CTR3, and the other one looks like the the Rt-12. And so yeah, and now we're actually looking at the bumper renderings of the dirt spec variant of the CTR, the Rt-35. And I'd say it looks pretty darn good. I wasn't actually expecting this thing to have a dirt spec so early on right now. It's kind of cool that they actually allowed this, because a dirt spec 911 is realistic, because there are actually rally 911s out there. And you'll see just a small bit of detail on the headlights of the model that's closest to us has carbon fiber in the headlights, which is a nice little detail. And of course the rally lights, like always, it's supposed to have those, the dirt spec ones. And so now we have the full stock version of the Roof Rt-35 right here in yellow. And of course they have a bunch of manufacturer colors and manufacturer wheels and stuff like that for this car. And as you can see in the next picture, you'll see there's this dark green version, which is what I'm going to paint mine, because the original one is dark green pretty much all over the place, including the wheels. But this one, the Rough Rt-35 and the Crew, is not going to have dark green wheels. And of course now we're looking at the interior. Interior looks pretty exquisite. All the buttons and stuff illuminate. The shift knob looks pretty nice. And of course they also have the special clock on the top of the dash. If only the clocks actually worked in this game. Ooh, that would be pretty darn cool. And of course now we're looking at the fronts of the Rt-35 again, with but it has black wheels this time and a green body. And so now it's out in the wild. I apologize for some of the quality of these pictures. I don't know what happened. I had the videos on HD, but for some reason some of them were not actually HD, and now we're looking at another picture of it driving out of the HQ, like the last one. And the lights look pretty nice on the front as well. And this is actually, this picture right here that you see right now is what I use for my, what I use on the forms of the Crew. And so yeah, and now there's a little Easter egg in the Crew. So first of all, there's some copyrighted stuff as well, some PS4 copyrights. But then, once you read the fine text a little bit better, I've highlighted in yellow a couple of kind of important cars, I guess. There's Lamborghini that's first listed. Then there's General Motors, which suggests that maybe some brand new General Motors cars come in, not counting the Corvettes that are coming in the next pack. And then there's also something that's really interested me is Lotus. Lotus is actually coming into the game, which is surprising because I thought Lotus was dead. And so yeah, it's quite nice, because Auto Club Revolution had Lotus, but they lost the license to Lotus about, I don't know, back when the full version of the game was out on client. It wasn't client, it was just web-based. The web-based version, they had Lotuses, but then they lost the license and they had to delete all of them. So yeah. And of course there's also, yeah, Lotus again, and you'll see Volkswagen again, which might mean some newer Volkswagen models will be coming in. And of course Mazda. So that means the Mazda RX-7 that we saw brought up on the PSN store for the last pack. I believe that was the Speed Pack. Yeah, the Speed Pack accidentally had a RX-7 replaced with... They replaced the Alpha 4C with an RX-7 in that image on accident, and it was published on the PSN website. So yeah, it's basically was saying that there's a possibility the RX-7 will be in the game, but they said it won't be, probably because they don't have secured, they didn't have the license secured back then, and they said don't count on it, we might not have it most likely. But yeah, now this confirms the fact that they have most likely secured the Mazda license. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit long, but I guess, yeah, I was analyzing the trailer a little for you guys, and I hope this surprised you a little bit with some of the licensed cars are going to be getting, licensed car companies are going to be getting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.